cause that be natural.
Lady
I ain't
D,
looking tacky, I keep my game tactful.
yo,
Yeah, I'm so nappy,
M.O.B.
cause that be
the
natural. I ain't
infamous.
looking tacky, cause I keep my game tactful.
I'm so pretty, I'm so fat, boo, I'm so natural, it's like it's a taboo. I'm so filthy, got the tattoo, stuck in these bitches like I own ragu. On my business with my platoon, getting these minutes like I'm a typhoon. Y'all is jersey on that cartoon, and I'm sitting on top. Hey guys, welcome back to Afros and Baby Hairs, and today we'll be doing a go-to protective style number 2, which features cornrows, chain braids, and curly plaits. And these are the products that we're using today. So if you're interested in seeing how we achieve this particular protective style, then please keep on watching. So yeah guys, we're starting off on already shampooed, conditioned, and deep conditioned hair. I'm about to start adding moisture to her hair. I'm going to start off with water, which is infused with some essential oils. And then I'm going to move into the lustrous pink oil moisturizer to add moisture to her hair. And then I'm going to add the Africa's Best hair and scalp conditioner. And then because the seasons have changed and I really want to protect her hair this fall and winter, I'm going to add a little bit more pink oil moisturizer and a little bit more of the Africa's Best than usual. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in these clips. So with the pink oil, you want to make sure that you're getting the roots and the ends really well. You want to make sure that the roots are moisturized as well as the ends of the hair, especially if you have longer hair, because it's always rubbing against your clothes, it's always rubbing against your car seats, couches, wherever you're sitting. You know, usually your ends are rubbing up against these things and it's sucking out the moisture. So make sure that you are focusing on your roots, because that is new hair, and your ends. So yeah, I'm just moving into actually greasing the scalp with this Africa's Best, and then I'm going to add a little bit more of the pink oil to the hair, and then I'll add the actual Africa's Best to the hair. So that's what we're doing in these clips. So now I'm about to part the hair in the way that I want to style it. So I'm going to separate the hair in 3 sections, and then we will begin the actual styling process. So I'm going to be doing the cornrows on the front section, as well as the chain braids, and then the back will be individual plaits or individual braids, however you want to say it, but that's what we're doing. So I'm going to part her hair for each little section, and as you can see, I'm brushing the product through to make sure that it's properly distributed throughout the length of the hair. and then we'll just go into plaiting. You can make these as big or as small as you want. I don't really worry too much about size. I just, I have an idea in my mind how I want the finished look to look. So it's completely up to you. And I try to get the roots really, really well because her hair is straight at the roots. So I have to make sure that her hair is pretty much pretty tight at the root so that her hair won't unravel. But and also it allows the style to last for at least a week and sometimes 2 weeks. That is the maximum that will go with the hairstyle on her head, because her hair does actually need washing every week or every 2 weeks. After that, it starts to really, mat up and become really gummy. And her scalp starts to itch really, really bad. So we don't go any longer than 2 weeks. But anyway, that's what we're doing in these clips. It's just plaiting the hair to achieve this style. So this is our protective style for this particular week. And like I said, you can braid these as big or as small as you would like. Her hair is fine and thin, so it all depends on what you're comfortable with. So anyway, that's what we're doing in these clips, is just parting off each individual section, making sure the product is properly distributed in each individual section, and then we proceed with plaiting the hair. And like I said, I do use the Denman brush to brush the products through. On some of these clips you will see me do that, some of them not. I did have to cut certain parts out for timing, but I am making sure that the product is properly distributed throughout the entire length of the hair. And then I'm adding more of the Africa's Best where it's needed, just to make sure that the moisture is locked in. And then I proceed with plaiting. So on this portion, we are doing the actual cornrows and the chain braids. So I'm just putting 3 cornrows on each side of her head, and because the very first braid that I'm doing is a shorter length, so I'm just going to connect it to the second braid. And depending on the size of your head and how thick your hair is, you can do more or less as far as the cornrows are concerned. But I'm just adding product, parting, and then braiding the hair up. And I did want to go ahead and give an update on her actual wash routine. I know that in the past she was using the rice water. Right now we have ceased on the rice water. For now, we will go back to using the rice water. It's just upon my research, I found out that the rice that's actually grown in the Americas could be contaminated. And there's no way to get rid of that contamination based on the fact that it is grown with actual chicken manure as a fertilizer, and the chickens have been fed like feed that contains carcinogens and things of that nature. So we have opted to use the actual jasmine rice from Asia to start over the process of doing the rice water shampoos on her hair. Just for that alone, I don't want to contaminate her in any way, even though we do detox. It just doesn't spiritually sit right with me. So I don't want to continue using it, even though I was using the organic rice that was grown in the US or the Americas. It's just not sitting right with me. So yeah, we're going to continue using it. I did buy like a 70 pound bag of the jasmine rice from the actual Indian market. So yeah, and that's that update on that. But today I just washed her hair with the Dove shampoo and conditioner, and did a deep condition with the Aunt Jessie's. But anyway, now that I have the braids braided on the side of her head, I did have to add a roller because a couple of her braids didn't want to curl. So you can add perm rods or whatever you need to. And now I'm working on the actual chain braid. I'm starting off with one little ponytail, putting the hair in one ponytail, and then I'm going to divide this ponytail into 2 different plaits, and those plaits will be connected to the next 2 ponytails that I create, and then those 2 ponytails that I create will turn into 4 plaits, and then I will create 3 ponytails and connect 2 of the plaits from the 2 ponytails into 1 of the 3 ponytails that I create on the next row, and then the rest of the plaits will connect to the other ponytails. So if you know anything about chain braiding, then you will understand the concept, but you can watch and get an idea of what I'm talking about. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's really simple. So that's what we're doing on this particular section, and I'm not braiding them all the way down until I get to the very last row of ponytails, and then I will braid all of the plaits. But you only need to braid them so far so that you can connect them to the next row of ponytails. So yeah, that's what we're doing on this particular clip. So yeah, I did want to mention that we are using black rubber bands today because the clear rubber bands that we have, the colorful ones, they don't really last that long. So I'm just using some black rubber bands, and for each ponytail I'm adding some oil to her hair for protection. As far as the hair and as far as the rubber band, the oil helps to loosen the rubber band up, and it helps to keep the rubber band from breaking the hair off. And like I said, I'm adding it to the hair where the rubber band will go. And so yeah, just adding those extra layers of protection with the actual Africa's Best. And that's how I keep her hair from breaking off when using rubber bands. We have used these rubber bands for many years, and I haven't had a problem with them as long as I'm adding a layer of protection to her hair and to the rubber band. So anyway, we're just finishing up the actual styling process, and like I said, I'm going to wait to the end to plait all of the hair up so to blend in with the remainder of the hair. So yeah, guys, I am finishing the actual look, finishing the braids and all of that, like I said that I would. And yeah, I will remove the actual perm rod that's in her hair in that particular section. It doesn't take but a few minutes for it to set, and then this style will be complete. And here she is with the finished look. She went and did her own makeup for you guys to show you this finished look. So we just want to thank you guys for tuning in today. We really appreciate your time and energy. We hope to see you guys on the next video. Peace and love. And as always, be blissful.
DJ Mike C on the track.
Cause that be natural.
Lady
I ain't
D.
looking tacky. I keep my game tactful.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm so nappy. Cause that be natural.
The infamous.
I ain't looking tacky. Cause I keep my game tactful.
I'm so pretty, I'm so faboo, I'm so natural, it's like it's a taboo. I'm so filthy, got the tattoo, hucking these bitches like I own ragu. On my business with my platoon, getting these minutes like I'm a typhoon. Y'all is jersey on that cartoon, and I'm sitting on top of these buffoons. I'm so nappy, I'm so nappy. All these dudes that wanna get at me, I'm so cultured and I'm happy. Jealous witches wanna come back me, cause I'm comfortable in my skin. End of the day, you lose, I win. I'm so comfortable in my ends, don't care if I make or lose a few friends. And I look like $1 trillion. Lady, we won a lotto, cause in the Lord I trust. And beauty is the motto. Naturally thick in the bud, I'm Billy Blanks on the Tabo. Edges a little rough, just pretend I'm from Morocco. Organ all up in my hair, cause I let my locks grow naturally. My curls popping everywhere, I'm maximizing on this natural thing. Like it or not, I don't care. You clowns ain't about to worry me, cause I does this for myself, and I'm repping for my